The 35-page document paints a grim picture of the impact pollution is having on climate, and that deaths from floods, storms and droughts has become 15 times higher in vulnerable regions over the past decade. 40% of the global population has now been classified as highly vulnerable. Greenpeace says the report will define climate politics whether leaders want it or not.
With this new IPCC report, governments and corporations will have to act in line with what the climate science says and meet their human rights obligations. If they fail to do so, they will be met in courts. Communities will continue to vindicate their human rights. They'll continue to demand justice, and they will continue to hold these corporations that are responsible to account. Already we're seeing an unprecedented number of key decisions being made with far-reaching impacts were issued. And just like climate change and its cascading impacts, these cases are connected and they reinforce the global standard that climate change and climate protection is a human right.
270 of the world's leading climate scientists collected the data for the report, which shows that the African continent is far from being able to deal with the impacts of climate change. With the next climate summit, COP27, to be held in Egypt later this year, climate activists in vulnerable regions are calling for an urgent change.
The price that we would pay for our climate inaction or delayed action will be great. More so for us Africans. We must not wait to see even the worst impacts, which will come at a great cost to our economies, our people, and on the environment. The developed countries contribute, most of the emissions that is wrecking our planet, and they have to act very fast.
The Department of Environment says it will be critical for South Africa to adapt and develop in a climate-resilient manner, guided by the National Climate Change Adaptation Strategy.
Climate change is a threat to human well-being and health of the planet. The report says any further delay in concerted global action will miss the brief, rapidly closing window to secure a livable future, and this is a very serious statement.
The report estimates that if global warming remains at 2 degrees Celsius by 2050, vulnerable regions such as sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, Central and South America and small islands are likely to experience food shortages and malnutrition. In the next few weeks, the IPCC working group will release another report that will assess ways to mitigate climate change.